Hello, hello, all you lovely and wonderful punks. Hope you're having a good day so far. Um, I'm I'm doing okay, but my ears been really bad again. So I just got like constant little pops going off in it, and bad tinnitus, and my hearing's a little muffled. And really frustrated because my ear was really bad for like a month, and then it got better for like 3 weeks, and now it's pretty much back to where it was, and I don't know why. We're going to be doing more Heaven's Vault today. I had to fiddle with some things, but I think we're getting things figured out. Just having some minor programming things. Hopefully, we don't have the error we had before, where it got my inputs confused. Because at this point, I can't like restart the game. So I think it's fine though. I think that was just the first time um, something weird happened. I think we're doing okay. Emmy, thank you for giving me the Jeff Bezos money. Uh, so yeah. Excuse me. We just got a bunch of translations. We found like the first like big cache of words to translate, and we got a bunch of extra stuff from Fang at the university. But I accidentally was like, "Yes, you can take the box and put it in the archives," and that meant that I didn't that he wouldn't do any more stuff for us, and also the box is removed from my inventory. I guess I don't know if I need to hold on to things or not, but anyway. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and pop on over, and the game will be here in a second. Hello, Theo, you were first. Hello, Mischief, thank you for the care package. Hello, anyone else who's hanging around. Doesn't seem like it since the important detail is the words and you keep the words. Yeah. It's just weird that they're like, we're gonna archive it anyways. Like, it's not like a point and click adventure where you need like, or having too many things in your inventory is so
if you tie off your sail. Iox is where you'll wash up. It's the heart of the nebula. Or else, it's the gutter.
Ooh, burn. Either river ahead leads to our destination at the junction, mistress. I can pass control back to 6. Take the tiller for me. Weird. Okay, unknown waters again. I assume that just means we need to get dialogue. I know at some point we're just going to have to free sail because we're going to want to find like random items floating around in the wind. Take the next left, mistress. You got it. The cyclones. There's such a fine road come to be from somewhere like this. The center of a hurricane? The road was don't doubt made somewhere else, mistress. It merely lay here for some time. We're in a rapid. Okay. Better check the hull when we next land. What if the rivers aren't natural at all? What if they weren't created by storms or magnetic fields or anything like that? What else could they be? I don't know. Vicinity of the Eye of the Cyclones. Something with a design. There are no designers. Available data suggests the Eye of the Cyclone is in this vicinity. I cannot see which way to turn at this branch, mistress. Oh, I have to just kind of... You'll have to choose one and explore. Okie dokie. Rock. I see it. There's something up ahead. A moon? There is air, but no upriver, mistress. We will need to leave the ship here and hop her down. Please do not be alarmed. It is quite safe. Available data suggests a stinky skunk in the vicinity. Where? Angry, welcome in. Hello, how are you doing? Remember, be waiting for us here in the center of the storm.
The hopper fired, and for a moment I was gone. Not aboard the Nightingale, not on the moon beneath. It could have been a heartbeat or an hour. But I didn't feel the cold until I reappeared.
A pile of rocks, mistress, smashed together by the waters. It seems Janiki had a taste for places like this. Wonder why. Perhaps he did not like people. This way, then. I hope he'll be pleased to see us. You think we'll find him? I prefer to believe that we will. I would like to meet him again, to see if I can remember him at all. This looks similar to the intro sequence. Doing good, barely containing yourself because the next 2 episodes of Dispatch drop tomorrow. Swimba's waiting just around this corner. We can hop him back to the Nightingale, and this chapter of my life will be done. Why do you seem so averse to doing this stuff? Perhaps, mistress, perhaps. We can only hope. I've heard Dispatch is really good. I haven't seen anything of it other than Steam recommending it to me, but you enjoying it? Awesome. I'm glad to hear it. I'm doing all right. My ears being real fucky today, and it's really annoying. But other than that, I'm doing all okay. Don't like Telltale style games. It wouldn't be for you, but the dispatch segments are fun. 6. What's that? I've never actually played more than a few minutes of a Telltale
Here,
game.
in the middle of the hurricane, there was a house. It was fine.
Hi, Sammy.
Tucked in below the overhanging rock. Wooden beams, mud brick walls, shutters. Large enough for 2 families to argue over. It would have been measly on Iox and grand on Elbereth. But here, it was impossible.
Someone built this. We got a new silly stat line. What is it? Buildings do not occur naturally, mistress. The only Telltale game I've done is the Wolf Among Us. I think that's the name of it. And I bought it and I got home and I started to play it and I thought it was really cool. But apparently you needed the upgraded Xbox 360 to play it. It would not work on a standard Xbox 360. And so it just lagged so hard it was unplayable and I had to return it. 8 mana, 0/30. What's the 0/30? The team who worked on Dispatch is the same ones who worked on Wolf Among Us. Nice. How did Sneaky find it? Hope we can ask him about it, mistress. It's a bit of a drop. So do not fall, mistress. The walls of busing say. Hell yeah. More walls. So a robot's capable of hope. Why is it... I wish this, certainly. We calculate odds, of course. These conversations with 6 are nice, but I wish they had, like, a barrier on when they would trigger. When the unlikely event that one must occur, hope is mathematical certainty. Just a bunch of people who worked on Telltale doing a new thing. Yeah, cool. You can smell the defender from here. Yeah. Blocked with rubble and ruin. The whole place must be slowly peeling away from the cliff. Perhaps you might forego going inside. What should I do? Just go back to Eox and say, we got this far, then we gave up? I don't think she'd send us right back here. I do not think Professor Miari wants you to sprain your ankle, mistress. I don't think Miari cares about my ankle. And besides, you can always hopper me back to the ship. Is that smoke? That is definitely smoke. Oh, Remba. It's your ship, isn't it? Must be Remba. We thought he'd blown himself up. Crashed. Okay. Could vault over the wall here. Please, mistress. The floor beyond would only give way beneath you. Fuck off. There's no other way. Here goes. Isn't there a legendary tree poke that lets creatures deal damage based on their health? Will seem solid enough. 6? There's actually a handful of cards now that do that. Where did the robots go? But yes, Dorian the Siege Tower does it. There's a green enchantment called Assault Formation. There's a couple of enchantment auras that specifically do it for your creature. There's one of the Simic Whole Clade experiments is like a 116 elk crocodile turtle that lets your creatures do it. Some great stuff. Get this place, Leah. No one would live here. They couldn't. There's no food.
The ghosts were still here,
Fuck.
cooking, reading, doing whatever ghosts do. The house was empty, but it hadn't been abandoned.
Mistress. It is good to see you intact, mistress. How did you get down from that arch? I could not climb over the wall, so I drove myself off the cliff edge. Once I had dug myself out of the sand, I found a door. You did that awfully quick. There's a colorless critter that lets you do it? Nice. Do you understand why I keep losing robots? They're always doing stupid stuff like that. Why? I want to be robot racist. Someone curled up here by the fire to keep warm. Someone died here, mistress. You're sure? The evidence is minor, but significant. A person lay on the floor here for some time after death. Okay. Rinba? No. Whoever died scores of years ago. The lack of moisture on this moon has preserved the traces, but they are old. So where are the bones? The person who lay in state here was only removed recently. Are you saying Janiki took them? What remained of them? Someone did. There's a description up here. I missed that I had another reply. More cliffs. Alright. This one is several words. We got water. Goddess. That doesn't fit. This also doesn't fit. I guess it's still prompting me, so it must be goddess again. No good. Not enough here for me to guess the rest. I have to hope I see these sequences again. What a goddess. What a goddess for Mercy. This place directly connected to Mercy then. This is empty. No ancient cults here. Fire poker. Finally, a weapon. Might be worth something to someone. Finally, a weapon. Can finally kill this robot. This looks interesting. Beautifully made. It's nicer than everything else here. I estimate it to be hollow, mistress. There's something inscribed on the lid. Could be a clue as to what's inside. Oh, I have no idea what that is. Yeah. Connected to the word light. Connected to the word stars. We got that comma that seems to denote nouns. Maybe it could be treasures because it's something, yeah, jewel, like twinkles like the stars. Let's try that. Treasures. If we can get this translated, we'll know what a single little symbol means, which has strong implications. Um, which gives me pronoun or connecting word energy. So I'm going with of. Got three indications of the same symbol. And that symbol is used in the word all. We've got our of symbol. All of all could be great, could be enormous. Uh, comma with a dot is used in holy, so it kind of, I believe that's an adjective. I'm going with enormous, but it could be just great. And we've got an inverted comma of water. Treasure of enormous cup. Could be value. Water is valuable. I'm going to go with, I don't believe that this is correct, but I'm amused by treasures of enormous cup. Does treasures of enormous cup work? Yari will be most excited by this fine mistress, whatever proves to be inside. I don't know. Not that big. Let's see if I can shift it. Curses. I can't even get my fingers under the lid. Oh, lever the lid with the iron poker. Might be able to snap the lock. Mistress, is it moving? It's definitely shifting. Here goes then. Alright. Skylar and Zoe, thank you for the care package. How are you doing, Zoe? And if I could get Emmy or someone else who's hanging around to shout out Zoe. Zoe's very cool, a great streamer. You should definitely go and check her out. Emmy might be playing Hades at this point. Oh, nope, she did it. Thank you, Emmy. Love you. How you doing today, Zoe? You're working on prep
And there it
sitting in
was,
front of the keyboard.
just lying there. The greatest treasure I ever found.
Rock. Sticks. Look at this.
From inside the coffer, from the distant past of the nebula's once great empire.
Incredible.
It was a crown.
Eagle and sun motif. Just like Janiki's brooch. The mark of the Empire. Could this be the crown of Iox itself? I like how you can just be greedy if you want to. What's the crown doing out here? Did Janiki bring it here and hide it? I think that coffer's been opened in at least I don't believe that coffer's been opened in at least 500 years, mistress. But he must have known it was here. Why else come? Neo, thank you for the care package. I missed that last line. Whoopsie. Oh, what a line. There's a few words in this one. Okay. Lots of holy, lots of light. Alright, obviously the Emperor's crown. Suggesting this word, but I don't actually see anywhere with enough dash lines for it to fit. can add this in here, but I don't think that's gonna change things. We're rich. We're rich. All right. I mean, we'll just stick these ofs in because I don't think it's going to. We're going to of in the hot food of out eat the cold food. It's just I do not think you have enough information to read this. I could still change my mind, but of emperors presents of this crown what Miari wanted us to find. Is this why she sent us out here looking? On a map. It's been a rough day. Oh no. I'm sorry, Blood. You need a vent about it? Take me home. That'll do for now. This is definitely a map, but not of this place. Somewhere else. Okay, so I can slip through there, but before we slip through there, let's go back, make sure we haven't missed anything that's backwards.
After the dead air of the house, it was good to see the sky again.
I see, it would be the other side of the rocks. We have obtained a promising artifact here, the crown. Also, we have pinpointed one new site of interest, the site from the mural. I suggest we take the crown to Professor Miari directly. We must also inform her of our theories about Renba. If you would like me to activate the hopper now, mistress, would that be acceptable? I'm not finished yet. There must be more to this place. I want to know who lived here, who died here, and what happened to Renba. I was gonna say, a little overeager there. 6. Why no Blab? Oh, well done. Blab. Activate. Yes, I know how to move a model. You don't have to tell me every time, computer. 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 Bop, bop, bop. There we go. Wasn't liking my mouth when my head was turned. We're blobbed now. You just had to be patient. It took 2 minutes. A lot of things going wrong. You can't vote for your mayor because you have no mail from the new house in the time frame they need. That's annoying. I'm really sorry. So a hopper is a teleporter. A short distance teleporter, mistress. But what is a hopper? I mean, what's inside it? An interconnected mesh of quantium. The quantium creates some kind of field which the subject is passed through and dissected via. Mistress, does it matter? Be enough to fire off the hopper, even if you don't know how it works. Would you care what it does to us? It appears to work, mistress. I like these side conversations, but I wish they were better restricted. And that they would just lock you into the conversation until the conversation was done. I get that they want you to have something to do while you're walking or sailing, but sometimes they're a little, like, weird and you end up missing part of a conversation. And your roomie won't come with because he's sleeping off having a root canal and 2 extractions. Ah, that's rough. Uh, I'm sorry that they can't come with you, but on the other hand, I completely understand it. If they've had major dental work done, that's a lot of pain. Ah, there's something inscribed into the rock here. Water something. This one's a phrase run together. Water. I think the only thing I can put here is of. The little tech mark is definitely of. Excellent. That helps with translation a lot. Okay, so we are doing the object form because it's the same demarcations of water. That has the same symbol used in heart and home. I would assume that heart and home connect to life of these because this is a noun. Beloved could work. I think water of life is a better fit based on context clues. Water of life. I think that's right. Is this channel natural? I don't think it is. Look out. There must be a wellspring here. A feeble one. One that requires every drop to be used. Water would have to run down the channel, right past the house. Imagine having a stream of your own. Not a bad way to live. If you can withstand the soul-crushing loneliness. Shrine of some kind? I mean, it's not an outhouse. I mean, it's a fairly decorated outhouse if it is. Mine was built here. The stone inside of Mercy. No, mistress. I do not know where it is from, but Mercy does not have stones like that. And there's another inscription. Wop, 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 wop. On several words. Several words, you say. Okay. All. Emperor of all robots. No, I don't actually see the symbols for robots here. We definitely have Emperor. I give up. We're going to have to come back to this later. I must need Emperor's blend of all makes sense. Emperor's here. I must need root words. What were emperors doing out here? Someone lived out here. They irrigated the land, prayed. Here in the eye of cyclones. Some kind of hermit. I can get closer now. Stone pedestal. There's someone in it. It's Gabenya from Mercy. Site was linked to the Mercy then. That's somehow how Remba found it. This should tell us a little more about this place. On it, something printed. You barely make the letters out, they're so small. Oh, that is words we don't know. More words I don't know. Alright. So we've got this ensconcing symbol and this additional mountain that we think might be connected. This also says it's connected to the word light. I need to figure out what the period means. That'll catapult my knowledge forwards. The grassy symbol could mean fields, along with the buildings. Gives me the impression of a village. I'm going to go with builds. This is obviously a connector word. Which builds? I think which might actually be what, based on this. Let's go to the last word. Can I? No. Yes. Okay. All enormous. Lush would be a good word if we were connecting to gardens. Round miv, it's true. This is the blob mode. Blob, blob, blob. Courtesy of Pixie's Parlor. She made this for me a long while ago. It is very nice. How you doing, Quix? Everyone make sure you check out Quix. Very talented Banani artist. Ow, don't bonk me. Just because I'm a blob, I still feel pain. Alright, we have the symbol for all that we've connected with enormity. And we have the adjective marker, I think, is what that symbol is. All the more reason to? No! It was the roundest blob to ever blob. Aw, thank you, Hangry. I'm gonna go with endless. That which builds is endless. Kind of talks about like, oh, look at what I have wrought. A bean chair? No, don't sit on me. Which builds be endless? And itself is made of stone. It's not the same stone as the moon itself. Is it as old as the building? Outer structure is, certainly. But the stone pillar, no. The buildings here are significantly older than the pillar. How old would you say the pillar was? Mid to late Empire period, mistress. Moving it to this moon must have been difficult. An important ritual object. It is significantly more valuable than the goddess we found within. Interesting. I guess maybe all this talk about, like, money could be because she was an orphan. I would calculate the building is at least 700 years old. How do you work that out? I have been observing the rate of weathering on the stones, mistress. Extrapolating, the building is older than the founding of the Holy Empire on Eox. You know, Six, back on Eox, they say nothing is older than the Empire. That the Empire and the Fall are all that has ever been. If Eox does not believe in history, what is it they think you do? Well, you see, I'm helping Monkey D. Luffy find the One Piece. About mid-age? No, I'm not old. I've been 29 forever. Smoke is this way. By all the moons and waters. Blammo. It's a ship. I mean, it was a ship. Can we be sure this was Janiki's ship? No, mistress. But the circumstantial evidence is very strong. I've been 29 for 771 years? Irrelevant. Is someone blasted from the sky? Really, mistress? That seems speculative, to say the least. What could do that? Eagles are supposed to breathe fire, aren't they? Are they? There are no eagles, mistress, as you well know. Evidently, it exploded on attempting to rise from the surface, mistress. The mangled pieces rained down at high velocity, ricocheted, and buried themselves into the dust. In short, I am surprised there is anything left. Janiki? Most likely not. I mean, we should be able to find his corpse then. Blackened. Presumably the ship was still burning as it fell. Genma didn't hop her down. He landed his boat. Tried to. Or else he wasn't able to return. There are traces of an explosive propellant, mistress. I suspect Master Renba attempted to detonate himself on the surface of the moon. I wonder why Renba didn't use a hopper to get down here. Landing a ship must have been almost impossible. Was he a devout believer in the loop, perhaps? The loopists believe that hoppering is like throwing oneself into a river. It is intended for the dead. It removes part of the soul. And we lost more than part of his soul down here. Indeed, mistress. It's been torn apart. Do this. Never seen anything like it. So what do we do now? Return to the Eox and inform Professor Miyari, mistress. I suppose. I was assumed we would find Renba. Assumed. Don't know. I assumed we'd find something. Not just wreckage. Why did I break the ship? I didn't! We have found something, mistress. But what is important, what this place is and why it is important. Perhaps you can take the matter up with Renba in his next life, mistress. This was the hull. It must have been an explosion, mistress. Enough to be seen on Miersi. And Janiki? Mistress. There is no hope. Janiki must have been sailing when it fell. He cannot possibly have survived. I must have burnt up a lot of air. The remaining atmosphere is thin, mistress. Still, I believe the fire was extinguished before it consumed the whole ship. Is there a way down? There might be more clues down there. I do not believe it would be wise, mistress. Indeed, I believe it would be quite the opposite. Can your tracks handle this kind of terrain, Six? Excellently. Whoever designed my tracks appears to have had this kind of ground in mind. I assume that means the dirt and not the way down. I got tired of walking. Maybe you could carry me. If you get tired, I will hopper you back to the ship. There's something wedged under here. It seems to have survived the fire. Please, please don't be an arm. Not an arm. Oh god! Six, you're through my chest! Silver coin, dating from the early empire. Must have been aboard Janiki's ship. Another of his finds. Didn't recognize the face. No emperor I know. Around the edge is an inscription, mistress. It's impossibly small. We have fused and become one, mistress. It's one fragment from a longer phrase, I think is what she said. Cup. Something of cup. The translation cup has to be wrong. That's fair. Yeah, let's try something. Alright. The other thing I was thinking for this was value, because tying water to the concept of value makes sense. This is... Okay, interesting. We've got that, I believe, adjective demarcation of another adjective demarcation and then all, which makes me think big. So, of great worth makes a lot of sense. It's a coin. This coin is of great worth. Great worth. I think this comes from the same site as the shot of Bowspirit, the scratched box that we found on the side of Renba's cache. Presumably, people often traveled to both of those two locations. Ah, Renba's dig site. Must have burned for days. Did we tell Miari? The truth, surely, mistress. Janiki is gone. Come on, get close enough. According to the legend, the last emperor disappeared after Eox fell. He didn't die there with everyone else. Are you suggesting he came here? Not. It would explain a few things. At least the crown. This channel comes up from the rock. Wellspring must be down there somewhere. The spring is dead now, mistress. And you are breathing the last air this moon has to offer. Janiki is not here, mistress. Neither is anyone else. Are you ready to go yet, mistress? We've still more to do here. Yeah, we've got that door to squeeze through, and I want to double check that I didn't miss anything upstairs. Oops. I can barely see the rivers above. And yet there's something here. Which makes me wonder, what else is out here, waiting to be found? How did I like, Plover Kit? Mistress, please, we should not linger. If anything were to go wrong out here, we would never be found. There's nothing we can do here, Six. One sec. Nothing at all. Okay. There is a full review, I think, on my server. I forget if I posted it or not. I think Clover Pit is really good. I think it's a very fun game. Very the horror isn't trying to be too annoyingly deep. Let's bait a YouTube game theory channel to be like, ooh, what's going on? It's very simple. The gameplay is fun um, early on, and in the mid game, I would say, figuring out strategies, learning new trinkets, stuff like that. My only real complaint for the game was late game. There are too many of the memory cards that you use to um, function like your deck or like a run modifier. There's too many of them, and you have to beat each of them 3 times to get all the achievements. And they don't do enough to really switch things up. You still pretty much use the same strategies. And the strategies get a little homogenized towards the end. So it could use with a little bit of tweaking, I think, for the long, like the really long 100% completion runs. But on its own, extremely fun. Getting the regular and true ending, very fun. It's just the 100% grind that's a bit excessive. Me of asking me to read because she knows I'm illiterate. It's true. Get good. Uh-huh. I mean, I definitely recommend it, especially since I don't believe it was very expensive. Um, so I see there is a hidden cave back here. Ho 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 ho. It'll be dark in there. So I'm not going to do it. Even though I have a glowing robot. Okay, I guess I need fire. Okay, we're just gonna block me. Okay. We're not gonna say I need a fire. I will go back to the ship and see if there's anything burning that I can take with me. And the 100% grind wasn't terrible. Like, it wasn't like Luck Be a Landlord or anything like that. It just got a little homogenized. I also know they are working on. So currently, you can only set animations to 4 times speed. You can't skip animations, and you can't go any faster than that by default. I do know that it's like their most requested update, other than people who don't know how stats work saying that the 666 is rigged. Um, so I imagine that there will be a quality of life patch coming out sometime in the next month or two. You have collected one more intriguing artifact here, the coin. You've also discovered the existence of one more location, Rainbow's dig site. Are you ready to go now, mistress? No. Just yet. Another look inside. Let me finish. Something up here. A blade. Another weapon. A dagger. Little corroded, but beautifully crafted. And with an eagle and sun on the hilt. There's an inscription on it. Precision required for this. Oh boy. Oh, not sure we know that. This is the start of a fragment of text. Okay. I think this is all. Convinced my translation of is correct now. Excellent. Oh boy, okay. Something is all. And we are using. This is a very big, complex word. what do we have in here? We have the concept of all, or at least bigness. We have the noun form of heart, I think. We have the initial demarcation of worth. Seems like some kind of extrapolation. It's a very complex word. Well, never is all doesn't make sense. Loyalty and obedience both make sense, especially on a dagger. Truth could be a big concept, but I do not think it's connected. It's the kind of thing you would put on a dagger. And I don't think it has as much of a connection to the concept of the heart. I think loyalty speaks more to your heart than obedience does. So I'm going with loyalty is all. Loyalty is all. Squeeze through here.
In the yard behind the house, there were tools.
Cow
Plots of
tools.
earth, washing hung out to dry. It was like the owner had slipped inside for a quick rucker before they came back to chop more wood. Someone had been building a life on this miserable rock.
Garden beds. Something must have been able to grow here once. Can't see how. Bone dry. There's some kind of marker. Definitely isn't natural. Something here. A necklace. What are these things? The seashells, it appears. Black beads. Ceramic? I'm not sure. That's definitely trying to emulate the stone pillar over there. The dagger of truth. Sticks are all but petrified. It can't even rot out here. There's something cut into it. There's a few words in this one. Okay. Something keep something. That's you. Someone keep you. Probably. Okay. We've got the concept of heart. We've got the half a demarcation of noun. I still don't exactly know how that connects. And we have a little X. Now, in most of our knowledge, X means no or opposite. So it could be opposite of heart, which would be death. Or I don't think it's people because I believe that that kind of inverted Y is our marker for humanity. I don't think it's garden or gate, so I think it's death. Death keep you. Does death keep you work? And this is a grave, which tracks with using a holy symbol like this. Wonder if whoever dug the grave believed in the loop like they do on Eox. The loopers say that, to be reborn, a soul must return to the rivers. Burying someone prevents them from coming back. It's the worst thing you can do to your enemies. I see. Do they just chuck people up into the atmosphere then? That seems quite difficult. X means X going to give it to you? You're so right. That means X, or that means death keep you makes even more sense to put on a grave. So someone died here. Someone else buried them. But not Renba. Wood's far older than that. I'm coming back, 6. Okay. You found a grave, mistress. So who is buried outside, then? The hermit who owned this place first, perhaps? Before it was taken from them. 6, you're an interesting individual. I will wait for you down here, mistress. I cannot climb stairs. Okay. Locked. Or blocked. Or both. You should be able to tell the difference between locked and blocked. I build something as big as this out here. Who was it for? There's an inscription here. Gold, barely visible. Etched into the plaster. Hi, Ooh, big words. Not one of the words in my notebook, but I can take a chance on what's left. They look like they're related to each other. They do look like they're related to each other. Alright, we've got the X's. Oh boy, we've got part of the people's that's the holy symbol. Okay, so a holy heart. We've got the verb markers. It's definitely not and. That is way too long of a word to be a simple concept like and. Could be guarded. Guarding is how we protect life. Could be seen as a holy duty. Still don't know what the X means. Could be writing. What's our other word? This I don't think is death because I think death is shorter. This isn't goddess either. We have the word for goddess. So it would be beloved or stranger. Person. Something. Like a bunch of connecting indicators. Verb. Heart. So maybe beloved. So, and then maybe guarded. I protected the person I love or something like that. I guarded beloved. Beautiful example of the script. Pity I barely understand it. Angle is interesting too. Scratched by someone laying down. Hardly comfortable. The Emperor really lived here. And it wasn't just the Empire that fell. It's weird to me how much the game is like, do you want to leave? Do you want to go? When there's like there's clearly like so much to explore. Let's see what's up here. Ruin and rubble. Maybe it's just that they couldn't implement a teleport back to ship button and they wanted to give you lots of opportunities in case you just want to progress the story. There's something wedged here. Page from a book. I would guess it dates from the Holy Empire. Some written symbols. This one is a phrase run together. Okay. Pilgrim. Can I fit anything else in there? Oh, I guess friends fits. Interesting. Those aren't the symbols for friend at all. Okay. It doesn't look like anything I've seen before. I don't know why it backed me out for that. Very simple symbol. I would assume something short, like and. Pilgrim and... So it's not friend. It is a person that is connected to the heart or life. Pilgrim angry friend. Alright, I think stranger makes more sense then. Maybe it's a person who is not connected to your heart. Pilgrim and stranger. That will do for now. Presumably there used to be more to it than that. I think this originates from the moon depicted in the Hermitage wall mural. To make this location easier to find. This? Like different than the rest of the building. Or some kind of telescope. Position and bearings are fixed. I mean, that should indicate that there's something in that direction. Material on this is totally wrong. Is it metal? Rubber? It looks like something Roy might have built. Just remember to ask her about it. There's some scratches in the top here. Something fitted inside the frame. It was removed by force. You take something, Janiki. But if so, what was the stand meant to hold? Okay. Let's... Now that we know... Okay, it automatically changes this. So if this is stranger then, because I do not believe it's death or goddess, then this should be... I fear the stranger. I write the stranger. I guarded the stranger. I'm sure that's guarded. You can now visit Elbereth in the spiral. Don't look down, Aaliyah. Interesting that we couldn't visit Elbereth before this. Right. That was everything, right? I think that's everything. I need a flashlight, apparently, because my robot won't follow me. There was a tripod up on the roof. Empty now. Looks like it might have held something once. What kind of something? I would guess... telescope? This must have been some kind of outpost observatory. An interesting theory, mistress, but I cannot imagine what they wanted to observe. You have found 2 more interesting artifacts here, the page and the dagger. With luck, we will be able to trace them. Are you ready to go yet, mistress? Let's get out of here. Please stand by, mistress. Warp. Oh, cutscene.
Darkness.
Imprisoning me. All that I see. This is not the Nightingale. 6? 6? This isn't the ship. It's cold in here. There you are. Where's your head? Yari. Yari? You followed me, Lexi. as I thought you might. Because you knew. Because you've always known. I'm not Miari. Miari did not come. She would not face me. I thought so. She lies. She is not who she says she is. So who is she? She is just what she appears to be, and nothing more. She sent me to find Janiki Renba. There isn't time. I found something. Something that matters more than her lies. Alexi, there is a great darkness. An all-consuming, hungry darkness. And it is coming. Darkness? There is an ancient place. An observatory. It is watching, and it holds the wires of our fate in its claws. An observatory. I will find it before the vault is lost. The robots know, but they don't remember. Someone, long ago, made certain they would not remember. Ripper, just answer one question. What do the robots know? Everything. You have my apologies, mistress. I do not understand the question. 6. Yes, mistress. I observe we are not back on the Nightingale. There must be something wrong with the hopper. I will look into it. This way, mistress. Alright, this would be the cave they wouldn't let me in. Don't remember how we ended up in here. Hoppers can misfire due to imperfections, mistress. The eye aboard your ship is quite old. And no one called you just now. Evidently not, mistress. I was talking to Renba. Just now. Through you. Mistress, Master Renba is dead. There's light this way. I see where we are now. Though I still don't see how we gotten there. 6, do you know anything about an observatory? No, mistress. Nothing comes to mind. Why do you ask? You don't remember. Remember what, mistress? Back to the ship. As you wish, mistress. Stand by, mistress. And so we left the surface of the ruined Hermitage Moon near Mercy. Enough new evidence to find a previously unknown site. Or the Nightingale. Look at this thing. The workmanship is beautiful. It is more than a simple crown, mistress. It's a symbol. It was Eox's power lost after the fall. To regain it would be a sign that Eox was once more the center of the nebula. More than that, mistress. I believe the metal is a casement for a mechanism of some kind. Mechanism? kind of mechanism? Without opening it up, I cannot tell. Does it open? Not in any way I can see. But if it does contain a mechanism, I would expect a method by which it might be serviced. My friend Roy on Elbereth might be able to help. She'd be able to open it up and take a look at it safely. The occupants of Elbereth are hardly trustworthy. I'm from Elbereth. I will bear that in mind. And you suck, Six. She looks at home here. She's the goddess from Mercy, isn't she? Robe is unique, he hid. Wonder if we'll ever know what was so special about this robe. Sure we will at some point. Out there. Seems to go on forever. Mistress. The wellspring, Six. The air they pour out, the air we breathe, where does it come from? Where do any of us come from, mistress? Where did I come from? You think you'll ever find your home? With respect, mistress, it does not matter. Machinery breaks down. Machinery does not retire. I can take a nap. From the marker outside the Hermitage on the Moon near Mercy. I don't know what it's made of. Actual, I'm hanging it off the chair. Actual crown of the Empire. I think so, anyway. Upgrade our boat with some storage cabinets, mayhaps. Alright. Yeah, let's start sailing. Mistress. We are receiving a message. It is from Professor Miari. Put it through. I was not awaiting permission, mistress. Leah, where are you? Professor, what can we do for you? This isn't a social call. I wanted to let you know we're having a celebration for Remba here at the university. I have the sense that he isn't coming back. You don't have to attend, but I thought I'd let you know. Trying to remember the voices I did for the other characters. Celebration? You're sure he's dead? If there's even a chance he is, and we do not commend his soul to the rivers, then he may never return. How are you coming? Come home, Aaliyah. Right away. That is all she sent, mistress. Let's start sailing. I am not going back to Eox. I will ready the sheets, mistress. I am very afraid that I am going to get mugged for the crown. Yeah, you want me to return to Eox for the funeral? Otherwise, I should find some of my recent book finds from Hang. We'd go there next. I mean, yeah, we're going to go to the dig site and the site from the mural and Elbereth. So many more things to go for. Bob. Sailing to Elbereth in the wires. Six, what happened to the river? I do not know, mistress. I don't either. What happened? We're barely sailing. We are moving. We The rivers are stronger here, mistress. Please turn left up ahead, mistress. You can sail for a while, 6. How far ahead am I going to teleport? Oh, all the way to Elbarath. Interesting. I could show the crown to a Roy.
We landed in the dust, outside the great walls of Elbarath. No one looked up to watch us arrive. The people here only ever look down.
So this is Elbarath. This was your home. This is my home. I have seen little of Ajax, mistress. This is not like there. No. It is not. Footsies. What exactly is a cat kiss, mistress? It's the name of the inner citadel. But I'm not sure what it means. Good faith to you. Yes. How goes things? The goddess keeps us strong, thank you. But softly. Stone feet. Slums below are named after these feet. They're the oldest things here. The original statue must have been huge. Bigger than a statue on Mercy. Or are 5 times bigger, mistress. But it must be of similar age, however. I guess I need to interact with the cat case. Oh, no. This is the gate to the upper citadel. Mistress, there is only solid rock behind this door. I comprehend. It is a hopper. One of the oldest things on Elbereth. Still works amazingly. I cannot see the eye, mistress. Without a line of sight to the eye, I cannot take us inside. What is a hopper eye? The eye is a focus, mistress, nothing more. It receives and reparticulates the hopper signal. Think of it as a funnel into which the sands of your being are poured. I must assume this gate contains the hopper's source. There must be a comparable gate above fitted with an eye. So, who makes hoppers? Where do they come from? Where do I come from, mistress? Or the moons, or the rivers? Where does anything come from? I assume you have used the gate before. We Elberithians know how to use it. You just say the word. What is the word, mistress? Bird, bird, bird. Bird is the word. I'm not going to just say it. It's listening. Ah. A fair point, mistress. Sound like you don't trust me. A hopper takes one's corporeal form to pieces, mistress. Trust is critical. You can stay here if you like. Just stand back when I ask it to let me through. The idea is appealing, but not to my ethical core, mistress. I will stay with you. We don't have to go inside. We don't want to. I mean, most of the city is in there. But if I don't say the word, nothing will happen. We'll visit another time, 6. I want to finish looking at the things that are, like, obviously around here first before I go to a new spot. The harvest, such as it is, dried grass, waiting to be taken inside. What is it for? I assume people do not eat it. Animals do, but not people. No. Boop, boop, boop. That's the nightingale. This must have all been very fine once, but it seems to be decaying. It is decaying. Wilting. There's no water. Alright. Some random shed. Who is Oroi, mistress? An old friend. Alright. Nothing up here. Maybe we'll have to come up here later. Hello, several people. What else is Oroi, mistress? Always good at fixing things. Let's go down. You've taken robots to Oroi before. Relax, 6. This way, 6.
The smell of the slums made me feel like a child again. It hadn't been a happy time. A simple one, at least.
Hi, Graham. Are you a baby? No, run away. Do not touch anything, mistress. These structures might topple at the slightest knock. It's all more solid than it looks. Vault Pt2 has been standing for some time. Man, be quiet, baby. Crying and crying.
The heart of the God's Feet slum was Timor's bar.
What now? Elia
Timor had
Elazra.
never once set foot inside the upper citadel, or so he liked to claim.
Hello, Graham.
By the turning of the waters. You're back.
You seem surprised.
I'm always surprised you come back to Elbereth.
Wait.
He was the king of the dung heap.
And are you well?
Well enough.
Now then. The rules are the rules. Your friend there stays outside.
I will wait as instructed, mistress.
Huh. It didn't argue that time. It usually argues.
I don't get it, Timor. Why don't you like robots?
They don't buy drinks, do they? They just adore you on Eox to keep giving you those things.
Or they don't like the robots either.
Could be, could be.
I don't know why the music's so menacing. You look tired. You sleeping at night?
Of course. Tax collectors from Eox can't pick my pocket if I don't sleep.
Is that all?
Don't pry, Aaliyah. I work hard, Aaliyah. As do we all. For very good health.
You should let me pay for this.
You'll pay me back one day. I feel sure of that.
They say rocker is made from river water, that it burns your throat with the cold of space. But it isn't true. Timor knocks it up out back in an old metal bin.
Not the robots I mind you. It's the way they're always listening. Person should be free to say the wrong thing sometimes.
You're an old romantic, Timor.
You're hard on me, Aaliyah. Although, anytime you want to move back to Elbereth.
One day, maybe. Don't hold your breath.
I never hold my breath.
He liked me.
You want another raka?
No. No, please.
Another time.
The raka is good today.
Got a new clean drum. Makes all the difference what you distill it in.
You know where I can find a Roy?
Up in the cactus. She moved up in the world.
Is she living with someone?
Hard to say. You know Roy? You know Roy?
You ever see her?
Never comes down here anymore. You two were inseparable once. I got you stealing my rocket cask when you were too small to carry it, let alone drink any.
Roy picked the lock with a hairpin.
Things the girl could do if she put her mind to it. Your friend by the door there should be afraid of her. We'll get some good news then. I have something for you. A sword.
It's like something from at least the earliest days of the Empire. There's an inscription on the crosspiece. Okay, I was not expecting to find something here. This is fractured. Alright, so we're missing part of it. Well, we've got and, which I'm pretty certain of. We've got maybe a noun form of death, or a verb form of death, which could be kill, which would make sense. Or is that the whole phrase protected? Squiggly thing must be and. But my translation protected can't be correct anymore. Alright, so we've got an ensconced light and a big light. Power, watch, music, operation. Connected the idea of robots to ensconced light. Power, perhaps? Okay, if this isn't protection, it's definitely not and. I don't think it's record. This must be fear. Power and fear. I don't think I've seen anything like of this exact metal before. So I think this originates from somewhere we didn't know about. Where did you get the sword? One of my customers. You're not the only one who sails to strange shores, you know. I heard something out there about a darkness. Something that would fall across the whole nebula. Oh, yeah? Did you hear that in the war rooms of Eox? Do you know what it means? No, I don't. Great darkness is a luxury for Eoxians to fear. Here we worry every night. The place is empty. There's no one here. People have to work. Well, some people. You're visiting the cat kiss today? Does that word mean cat kiss? I'm not sure exactly. It's very old. Kiss is usually a word for a king or a leader. Laborers call the people who hire them Mikis. Alright, well, I have exhausted you of dialogue, Timor. You seeing you, Timor? Don't be a stranger. 1-6. Wobble wobble. Okay. We have one new artifact to consider. Should we leave now, mistress? What do you do here? Okay, entered a different part of the slums. Still in a cutscene. Why do people live like this? On top of each other? Why do you think? Poverty. I've left. Okay, well, that's fine. Slums are kept as small as possible to allow as much as possible to grow. Ancient symbols here. I used to trace them out when I was a girl. It's the start of a fragment of text. Oop. Pilgrim. Makes sense for a door. It's a long one, but I'm sure it translates as pilgrim. Hey, nice. Locked in. Enter, river, breathe, ascend. We've got verb, which I kind of it's ascend or enter. We've got the ensconcement and the triangle. And that squiggly that's in give. That seems to imply movement. We know the eye is above it, so it could be ascend pilgrim rather than enter pilgrim. I feel like this is a little trick. It's supposed to make you think that it's enter pilgrim, but I think it's supposed to be ascend. Does ascend pilgrim make sense? Was Elbereth a place for pilgrims? Didn't know that. Wonder if I could convince the gate I'm a pilgrim. That Boyukai Refar. The gate is asking where you want to go. You can understand it. No, mistress, I was asking you a question. That Boyukai Refar. The word is cat kiss. Re menya me iana hua. Nothing's happening. Most impressive, mistress. That Boyokai Refar. It's a cat kiss. Re menya me iane hua. Is it working? I don't understand it. That Boyoki Refar. Elboreth? No. That Boyoki Refar. Ibenya? Iani Hua Seli Katali. I forget what Kibenya was learning. Oh, the goddess' name. The goddess's name worked. The gate thought I was a pilgrim. This is the main courtyard. There's alleys leading off in all directions. Easy to get lost up here. Fortunately, all the alleys and doors are locked. It's been locked as long as I can remember. The key must have been lost somewhere. Roy and I used to climb over it. Okay, if it's that way, let's look this way first. Have you lost robots up here before, mistress? I lost 3 up here as it happens. The 3 had lost itself long before that. It's the thing no one tells you about robots. They don't work properly. Fragile. I am not fragile, mistress. I require nothing. Roy's yard is this way.
On Elbereth, you could buy anything for any purpose.
Strong as oxen. Oh. Dependable. Cheap. Mistress. What is that lady selling? It's a work market. Workers. Are you surprised? This is Elbereth. It's about as far from EX as you can go. I cannot be here, mistress. What's the problem? My ethical core is programmed against suffering. It does not differentiate by economic status. And it's just the same, 6. But there's nothing we can do. I am compelled to expend a considerable number of cycles verifying that before I can simply accept it, mistress. I'm sorry, 6. I wish I could fix it for you. I really do. place turns my stomach too. I'd have ended up like this if it hadn't been for Miari. You lost, Barwet. Me? I don't see any other Farwet here. You brought a Miak Miak with you? A robot here. Don't like robots. What good are metal things to anyone? Perhaps you're hoping to start a riot? Don't say that again. Ha! You're fearless, aren't you? I'd like you if you weren't such a Saflua. Don't want any trouble. And watch what you bring into my get-gis. Kind won't be happy until only the Mamek can eat. I don't want to say any of these things. Won't be robots that stick a knife in your belly. Wet, Saluha. I want to ask you something. Go away. You're blocking my light. Why don't your laborers escape? Don't be so disgusting. They aren't captives. Besides, where would they go? I want to ask you something. What is it now? I want to ask about a man named Renba. I don't talk about my customers, especially to a self-waft like you. So Renba was a customer? If he was, I wouldn't talk about him. You're not going to help me. You're looking for a worker, I will. But you'd better bring him back fit for work, unlike your friend Renba. I want to talk to the man Renba brought back. You want to hire one of my stock? I just want to talk to him. Then you can pay a fair rate. If that's to dig your plot or whisper to you through the night, that's your affair. Just don't break his leg. What's the laborer's name? Fight her over initiative? Whatever you like. Listen, Salua. Your Yaxian friends shattered my man's arm bone into 100 little bits. The bits are swimming around inside his skin like hungry maggots. He's never going to work again. Like his leather, you're the last chance he's got to earn himself a mirror. So pay your dues. Name a price? Let's see what you've brought. I prefer jewelry and weapons. It's too much to ask. The goods are worthless to you. Well, not to you. So I can only at this point trade the sword. Not right now. I don't want to trade with you. Pity. And so this does confirm what I thought. We don't want to just give away our things to the archives. Come back when you're feeling more generous. That'll do for me. Maybe I can find some worthless jewelry at some point. Something that's more decorative. Do you believe the workers are well treated, mistress? Some will be. Not all. But we can get to Tappies this way. I didn't realize we were traveling to another zone.
To strangers, the cat kiss is like a maze. But I'd spent 10 years tearing through these alleyways.
Beep boop.
I could have found my way to Tappy's in the dark.
Which is great because that's where I want to go. Happy's place isn't big, but inside it's a treasure trove. Hold it.
Oh. But it's you. Welcome back to Elbereth, Moonflower.
Give it back, Toppy. Whatever it is you took.
I confess I really only saw the robot. But friends, as you know, are friends. So you have no doubt... So have your no doubt precious brooch back.
Mistress. Do not trust this man. Bit late for a warning, 6. 12 years too late. I really don't trust him.
You adore me instead. I prefer it that way. Now, come in out of the cold.
I will wait here, suspiciously.
Tappy's place was a little museum to junk. Pots and boxes, spoons and hooks and pocket knives.
So good to see you back on Elbereth, Aaliyah. The river above grows dull when you're not with
And
us.
at the centre of it all was Tappy, grinning away like a skull in a bodysuit.
Are you well?
I'm never dull.
Listen, Tappy. I want to show you an artifact.
Oh, yes?
Silver sword with a cruel-looking blade dating from at latest the earliest Empire period.
Interesting. I've seen something like this only once before. Since it's you, I'll show you. Put that thing away. It was too good to muddy with business. Put it away. Now, let me see. Yes, this is it. Just look at this glorious thing. It's enormous. I don't even know what it is. I found it just sitting in the grass by the cactus gate. Like a fat, lost cat. Here. Thought maybe it was a child's toy. Who wouldn't make something so beautiful for a child?
It moves.
Circles rotate. They all rotate. You push one and everything rotates. Why would you want that? I don't know. I was hoping you might twist here and squeeze there and pump. No? Well, no matter. I'd rather you didn't break it.
You want me to find out where it came from?
What a good idea! So unusual, I don't know who I'd find to trade it with anyway. But maybe if you find out where it came from, you could let me know. I've shown this thing to Roy, to my mother. None of them understand the way we do, Elia. You'll star amid 1,000 sparks.
Indications of a pre-Empire site somewhere in the Sunken Wash. Interesting. Show him another artifact. A few more items you might be interested in.
Hold on to it. I'm all out. Clean. Come back some other time.
What do you make of this?
Oh, the stars and all the fishes. Leah, I did not know you cared. Would you like to move in? You can have my room. I'll sleep down here. I sleep down here anyway. Look at this beauty.
Do you know what it is?
It's beautiful.
By the way, Tappy. The shop is so full of stuff, Tappy. What do you mean you've got nothing to trade?
All this? All this is worthless. I'm sure more will flood in soon enough.
I'm going to assume he didn't take the crown. Alright, well.
Are you happy with that robot of yours? Probably adjusted a bit.
Can you change the primary user?
These things run off their cores. I'm told you can swap them out fairly easily.
And who told you that?
Mutual friend. Anyway, bear it in mind, Aaliyah. Not up there, Aaliyah. Man must have his secrets.
See you later, Toppy.
Don't get any less marvelous.
Okay. You are in one piece. You still have all your teeth. We have one new artifact to trace. Also, we've collected evidence of a new location, a pre-Empire site. Are you ready to go now, mistress? Is it Roy? As you wish, mistress. Doodly-doo. What was the city built to be? What do you mean? City. What would you guess? The walls are fortified. It was a fortress, or perhaps a place to store wealth. To somewhere important. It's an interesting theory. Important to someone. Not necessarily important. Faith you. Barrett. How are the crops? All fire and no smoke, as they say thank you. Walk with the goddess. Fly on Ajax, I don't care. Cool, thanks. So once I know more about the sword, I can maybe try to offer her the sword. Roy's yard is this way. I will follow, mistress.
Oroy was my oldest friend. We'd grown up in the orphanage together. But I had left Elbereth and she had stayed.
These whole areas are Roy's, I think. He's useful. People like to give us space. Wonder how business is going. The alms tray looks pretty empty. There's an answering clatter from behind the door. What do we do now? Now we wait for Roy to finish whatever she's doing in there. Come and see who we are. Alright, what do you want? Oh. It's you. Roy. So? You're here to dump another broken robot on me? I hoped you could fix that robot. Sure. You made out like it was dented, not fried. What's wrong with this one? Nothing. The robot's fine. It's not why I'm here. Watch your back, robot. That's my advice. My role is to watch Mistress Aaliyah's back. What do you want, Aaliyah? I was having a good day.
We'd been friends. Once.
Have you heard any rumors about unknown sites? I'm an engineer, not whatever it is you are. Did you ever fix that robot I sold you? No. Whatever it lost out there, it was really gone. I ended up borrowing a few internals from my collection. Disgusting. I found this strange telescope stand in the cyclones. Wait. You sailed into the cyclones? Aaliyah. Are you mad? That's not the point. It should be the point. I've lost you once to Eox. I want to lose you again. I'm alright, Roy. I promise I am. Leah, sometimes I just think you really need to get yourself a real life. I found something incredible out there, Roy. Did you? Purpose for your life, maybe? Roy, is something wrong? Could be wrong, Leah. You rock up here after who knows how many months raving about some great new find. What could be wrong with that picture? Hello then, how are you? Don't pretend to be normal. Just tell me whatever it is you wanted to tell me. Sailed into the cyclones. If you didn't go there twice, mistress, you cannot be intending to give the Emperor's crown to this woman. I'm not going to give it to her. No, I expect you'll try to sell it, whatever it is. What I found, Roy. Look at it. Roy held the crown gingerly, like it was some sort of injured animal. What's the wind? What are you? Right bulk for a basic power source? There are contacts under the rim. What is this? Oh, so is the Emperor a robot? Crown of the Emperors of Iox. I think. Are you serious? You got the crown of the Empire and you bring it to me? I was hoping you could tell me how it works. Want me to take it apart? Alright then. Take a look. I cannot believe you entrusted such a find to such a person. In such a place. Such an action is almost statistically impossible, but you did it anyway. You'll figure it out. Whatever it is. The crown is a treasure of the Empire. All Mistress Arroy will do is lose it. With no offense intended to Mistress Arroy, that is. I'm pretty sure there's an offense intended. But you know what I find. How is your family? My son is fine. My daughter... that's another story. What's happened to your daughter? My daughter thinks she's in love. That does happen, Roy. She's a child, Aaliyah. How old is she now? You know perfectly well how old she is. And she's not old enough. Look after the crown, Roy. Don't let it out of your sight. Don't offer me advice on being cautious, Aaliyah. How many robots have you lost now? How's the shop working out? Slow enough, but it's not getting any worse. See you when I see you, Aaliyah Lazra. Okay. Do you think Mistress Arroy can be trusted? I'm sure of it. Arroy's honest. She can't even lie. I suggest we return to Eox and inform Professor Miari of what you have done with the crown. Shall we leave now, mistress? Do it. Yes, let's leave and definitely go to Eox. That's definitely what we're going to do. Okay. Real quick, before we continue, I'm going to run to the bathroom, and then we'll keep going for a little bit longer. Alright. Whoopsie. There we go. I am back. Alright. And I'm definitely going to Eox now. Board the Nightingale. Mistress, sorry. I should inform you that I've told Professor Miari about the crown. He's expecting it. Damn it. Why did you do that? I did not have any choice, mistress. I am sorry. Well, I'm still not going back. I should return this to me, I see. I've grown rather attached to it. Interesting. This thing. I wonder if this thing Tappy gave us was used as a compass. No matter how I fiddled with it, it only points where I point it. Indeed, mistress. In my opinion, it has more of the appearance of a spatial calculator. Spatial calculator? Indeed, mistress. Somehow, by leveling the rings, one outputs the direction of whatever it is the device is intending to calculate. This makes sense to me. Let's take to the river. Aliyah. 6. You didn't come, Aliyah. Oh. What was the voice? I said we wouldn't wait for you and you didn't come. I was busy. Well, when Renba comes around again, maybe you can explain it to him. I'll let you know if I see him. The great loop provides, Leah, as you well know. When I see you, I expect an apology I can convey. Interesting. So there is some time stuff going on. You will affect things if you go to places in a different order. I do not trust going to Eox. I'm going to go to the site from the mural. I haven't gone this way before, so maybe I'll do the sailing and we'll see if we find something. Eagle's Pass, sailing to the site from the mural in Ghost Wakes. Either of the rivers continue to our destination from here, mistress. I think the left one was the better one. Why is Ghost's Wake called that, mistress? They say Ghost's Wake is haunted. You know how, according to the loop, the souls of the dead sail the rivers until they are reborn? Now, the story goes that most of them are asleep. Dreaming of childhood or lovers or big meals, I don't know. Sometimes they have nightmares. They might wake up. Those that stay awake forever, trapped in the rivers, formless. It said they gather in Ghost's Wake. It said you can hear their helpless cries. I don't suppose it's true. This wake has a lot of narrow, winding rivers and thick fog. It's the sort of place where sailors get lost and come back with crazed stories. That's all. Findings suggest the site from the mural should be close at hand. We've got to just sail again. Sail, but da 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 doodle 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 Rocks. Guess I just gotta sail around until we find it. Knowing that time does affect Mistress, some distance away up ahead, a ruin of some sort. Good. Knowing that time does affect things, it makes me wonder if there's a sort of new game plus where you're expected to like go directly to the end game location. So you straight up cannot crash into the rocks. Another house. Neat. The site appears to date from Eoxian Empire, Mistress. This should only take a few moments.
The robot
Mistress.
wasted no time.
I recovered a stylus made of silver. Wonder how long it's been there. Found some carved tiny glyphs along the stem of the stylus. Hurts my eyes to try and read them. Okay. It's one of several words. Alright. Something I is my. It's just that translation's clearly incorrect. Oh, this was another phrasing. Let's try that again. My is. Can I add my translation from my to my dictionary now? Nice. Something is my something. So looks similar to home, but with the personal symbol. Interesting. It's got the entirety of me, and it's got that ensconcement that implies home. Here is my... I have one symbol that's shared with story, or with buried. And we have the noun markers. Here's my symbol or word. It's a stylus, which I assume they mean like a pen. I'm going to go with here's my story. Still change my mind, but here's my story. Right. Say this was made on the site we're looking for. Let's be close by. Make the site we're after easier to locate. We are sailing normally once more. Which way, 6? Do not know, Mistress. Okay. I guess we'll just go right again. I'm having a lot of trouble with viewing this 3D space in my head. I do not know if I'm going down paths that I've already gone down. That looks important, though. Something up ahead. Settle the nightingale, 6. Take a look around. Sight from the mural. Someone had drawn a map of this place. Why? Well, the
Of
sites
all the sites I travelled to with the robot, most of them seemed lost, abandoned. But this one felt like it had been hidden.
much further. Not far, mistress. The path turns here. Reminds me, what was up with that energy meter that I had to worry about at the beginning of the game? Lanterns are still burning, Six. Are people here? There is only one living person on this moon, mistress. You. Trees. Lots of them. Growing from fissures in the rock, mistress. Roots will eventually split the slope below us. This whole site will subside. Someone planted them here? Perhaps. More likely, a seed was scattered by the wind and took root by chance. There's something etched on this one. Oh, he's rumbling very hard. Okay. So that X lightning bolt could be fear and could be death. So it could be the dead or the ill. I'll go with dead. I still don't know what this double circle is supposed to mean. The double line is a verb signifier, and the dot is some kind of connector. Don't know. Verb. We've got the X again. Seems to imply a negative or an opposite. Question mark with spikes and a series of concentric diamonds. Find, deceive, cry, feed. Could be find as an opposite of hide, with those squares meaning hide. Which could connect to will. Dead will find you. Sounds like the kind of thing you put on a thing floating in the ghost wake. The dead will find you. I have no idea what it means. Something terrible happened here. Massacre, a plague. This place a hospital. Oh, the Wakened Waters. This could have been built yesterday. Something worked into the stone. This is broken off. Dead. Something of dead. I believe I remember the word dead. I believe I remember the word dead, mistress. Alright, so that's cool. So I do think that the X is a we've taken from real life the X is an indicator of a negative or an opposite. Builds pilgrim in water. I mean, temple would make sense. Garden could make sense. So the first symbol is definitely something to do with a building. And the second symbol is... I don't know, we're still trying to figure that one out. But it gives the implication of growth. So I'm going with garden. I'm going with Garden of the Dead. Garden of Dead? So this is a garden? Looks tended. How long has this place been abandoned, I wonder? Main gate. Ancients never had the foresight to leave their doors unlocked. Perhaps it was a garden once. Some kind of peaceful retreat. But it's set with a horned statue. An ancient goddess guarding her space. Some kind of a devotional garden, then. No good. No, mistress. I do not believe there is a keyhole. No keyhole? Well, how did people get in? May function like the gate on Elbereth, mistress. There may be a passphrase of or some other mechanism. Must be a way through 6. I believe so, mistress. There is a hopper eye inside the courtyard. If I may... Go ahead. Please wait, mistress. The wind died.
The wind died.
Okay. We're intact. I believe so, mistress.
The smell of flowers flooded the misty air.
Some kind of temple to the horned goddess. I suppose a priest from here retired to the Hermitage Moon. Your map. Wonder who she is. She seems sad. I do not see any inscriptions to tell us. She's weeping. Beckoning. I suppose anyone who came here would have known who she was. Did this gate ever open? There's no hinges. Interesting. So it's a way to look in. Why would you have a way to look in for people who aren't allowed in? I wish to submit a request, mistress. What request, 6? I request we never return to Elbereth, mistress. I find it very difficult to endure. I'm sorry, 6. I can't promise we won't go back. There's a thing that I saw a second ago, but it is gone now. This is the bridge we saw from below. Mistress, a warning. I believe the running water has compromised the stonework of the bridge. Compromised? Feels solid to me. This is hardly collapsing, Six. The constant action of water is highly destructive, mistress. It ruptures stone as surely as it ruptures the aging neurons within your own brain. You're pretty proud of your agent's brain, aren't you? Pride is unnecessary. I will be enjoying my brain long after yours is dust. So much water. More water than I've ever seen in my life. I believe this is called a river, mistress. How do you know that? I cannot be sure, mistress. But I believe I have seen them before. You couldn't remember anything. I cannot. And yet, I know that that is a river, just as I know how to sail. Waters. You are in one piece, mistress. Oh, there's my stamina bar from earlier. That was close. What do I do now? The gap is not large, mistress. Please, come back to where I can reach you. Won't make it. I'm still breathless. This moon has plenty of oxygen. Take your time to recover. Can you find another way round? Correct, mistress. Not explored fully. But I can try the jump once I have enough air. Wait for me, Six. Mistress. If I cannot reach you, I cannot hopper you to safety. Typical human.
Stone markers huddled together, whispering nasty things about me.
What? Shrines. Like the one behind the hermitage on the moon near Mercy. Got my breath back at least. So many of these markers. Marking what? We have once been inscribed. It's been worn smooth. So quiet. More than usual. Okay, I see one there. I don't know how to interact with it. Locked. Oh, stuck maybe. This one's in better condition. Still legibly carved. Oh boy, what a phrase. There's a few words in this one. Alright, we've got... And... We've got... B. We've got... Part of the concept of homes. We've got... Myself. This doesn't feel right. Not supposed to include that. Here. And B. Add my translation for here to my thing now. Okay. So we have verbify the noun for holy light. Then we have do something else with the adjective of high. Interesting. Well, I don't think it's drink. Drink would probably have the symbol for water. I don't think it's rest. You typically don't rest in the light. I mean, you can, but humanity generally sleeps at night. And I don't think it's from, because from is too simple a word. So I think we're doing a greeting. And we've got home, but in a different conjunction, which implies to me safety. Being, yeah. So greet and be safe. Sounds good to me. Does greet here and be safe work? Some kind of blessing. Might be drink here, but I don't think so. Stone of protection, perhaps. Six might know what to make of all this. Robots can't jump. Locked. Maybe Six wouldn't want me to go that way. There's nothing but sky down there. Stone setting. Either someone was making preparations and this place was abandoned, or the shrine that stood here was removed. I don't know. No one ever lived here. Definitely not a temple. I'd go through so much trouble to build all this. View. Oh god. Zoomed so far in. Now, this one isn't carved at all. Something inside a niche at the front. Got a tablet of wax. Dates from the Empire. If it has been inscribed. Oh boy, what a phrase. This is the start of a fragment of text. Okay. Talking about the Emperor. You know, your heart. The Emperor with your heart. I think your must be right. I'm also certain of heart. Complex. So we've got the concept of holding, of, and possibly stars. Or, light is there. So, verb hold, something else hold, of holding. Don't hold light. This is very complex, so I have to assume it comes from live or love. Probably love. Love the Emperor with your whole heart. Of and the concept of holding. So in. Love the Emperor in your heart. Makes sense to me. Love the Emperor in your heart. And will be able to help me finish it up. Pretty confident in that one. This comes from the same side as the dagger. The one I discovered in the Hermitage Moon. Niches in all of these markers. Empty. Looted or left that way? This one's worn smooth. About this one. Ah, it's inscription on this one is readable. Ooh. What is one end of a fractured fragment of text? Welcome. Sure, my translation for in is right now. I wonder what the clarifier for knowing that a word is correct is. So, like, if you've just used it correct enough times. Alright. Welcome in blank, my blank. Okay, so... Ooh, okay. We have the ensconcement of water. We have several connectors with a negative. We have a verb. We have the idea of a person. And we have a connector into double lightning bolts, which could be connected to the idea of life. Sky, mine, peace, and... I have no idea what this one is. We'll put sky, because the game is Heaven's Vault. We have a lot of talk about the sky. So giving personhood to the sky could make sense. And then this would make sense to be friend. Yeah, look at stranger. Stranger is person, connector not, verb, love, held. And this is person that is with verb, love, held. So, friend. Whoops. There we go. Welcome in sky, my friend. That will do for now. This one seems to be made of older stone than the others. And there's something up here. A hoop of metal. Wonder if there was once one of these on top of the shrine we found in the ruined Hermitage Moon near Maercy. Heavy, but perhaps not as heavy as I had expected. Symbols inscribed on the inside curve. It's the end of a longer line of text. Possible. Feel sure I've seen something like this before somewhere. Might be able to trace where it's from. New site indicated. The Withering Ways. I can't even try to translate it. Interesting. Nothing on this one. You don't look very safe anymore. This one's set apart from the others. And it's inscribed. This one's a fractured piece from an even longer phrase. Okay. Something welcome. More? Okay. Oh, second the of. I think that can't be the ancient for welcome. Okay. Connects to give with that long wiggle. So if the symbol at the end of give is the concept of holding, then the squiggle symbol could be the concept of movement. There's verb of movement, person, something, hold. So it could be claim, declare. And Pilgrim has the concept of movement. Yeah, verb, movement, connector. Could be sail. I don't think it's warm or die. It's... Let's see what this last word, or this middle word is. We got that concept of movement again. Water. And the eye, that I'm still not entirely sure what it represents. Thought that maybe movement eye was a run. Maybe it implies speed. And we know that this isn't welcome. I think the only other word that was connected with this was drink before. But that doesn't make sense. Why would drink involve light? And sleep was the other one. Maybe this is... I don't know. I do not know. This one's really messing me up because I really expected this one to be welcome. I need more of these connector words. If I had these connector words, I'd be fine. Alright, water, movement. Could be river. Moving. Perhaps. Sail? I would think that there would be... Well, if the wind's been here, maybe this concept of sailing the winds has always been around. I sail the dead river. Drinking? I don't think sleep makes more sense to me. Maybe it has something to do with anti-light. Even though we don't have an anti-marker there, I don't really understand this one. I sailed the river of sleep. I think that's correct. River of sleep. Sounds like a gentle way of putting it. The tree must be the oldest thing here. This would not like to see me up here. By the waters. The air must be getting thinner. It's more an oxygen bar than like stamina or something.
The wind was strong up here. It wanted to grab you by the waist and chuck you down the cliff.
This moon is so lush. The valleys go on forever. How much more of the nebula is like this? You seem in better condition than those below. One hasn't worn up so much up here. Ouch! What was that? Kind of static charge? It's a rock, isn't it? His rock is charged. The hoop certainly fits. Let's see if... Ouch! Definitely still charged. I should stop touching it. Whatever it is. Doesn't seem to do anything. As for you, a long way to be here. See if it was worth the trip for you, goddess. And then... by the goddess. Have I been asleep? I spoke with the voice of a child. Okay, alright, well, you can adjust for that. That's right, you've been asleep. Don't be scared. Everything will be alright. I can't see you. It's so very dark. Why can't I see you? Tell me your name. You don't know my name? I will have you killed. Just tell me who you are. My name is Kaya. I can't feel my legs. Tell me where you think you are, Kaya. The orangery, of course. Where's Alpha? She screamed. Who's Alpha? My wife in waiting. She should be here. Was there an explosion? I can hear, but I can't see. My brother was to take me to the Withering Palace. What is the Withering Palace? Where is it? The Palace of Mechanicals. You would not understand. Have I been asleep? It's gone. Take the figurine back then. Be careful with you, I promise. Wonder what Huang would make of her. Take this thing back to Elbereth and show Roy. Might be able to explain what it is. Nothing. Just a rock. What I'm hoping for here. Nothing. This one's a rock like the others. Not look safe. But after what happened before. Interesting. Mistress. I was able to manipulate the hopper once more to cross the broken bridge. In other words, here I am. Rock you like a hurricane. 6. I spoke to a ghost. But this hoop I found on a plinth buzzing with static. A face appeared. Spoke to me. Curious. What did it say? It mentioned a place called the Withering Palace. I have not heard that name before, mistress. And yet... What? The name fills me with dread. Time to depart, mistress? I'm not finished yet. How did it happen? What actually is the metal hoop thing? Did you not recognize the hoop immediately, mistress? I have one. It is a robot neck. Removed and repurposed. Most macabre. Nick? Certainly. It contains the projector, perhaps also the sequencer for the core. If you will, it brings the recorded soul to life. The Nick animated the core that was stuck inside the figurine. Mistress Kaya is not stuck anywhere, mistress. It is merely a recording. Perhaps there were metal hoops on all of these shrines originally. They might have been looted if they're valuable. It's an old Elberethian story about a boy who gets washed into the rivers. He drowns, of course, and comes back as a fish. I have always said that Elbereth is a terrible place, mistress. Yes, but you suck ass. You jump that. It must be too far to jump. Far to fall, anyway. Outside the hermitage where Renba died. It's just like these, I suppose. Just like these, it had run out of power. That seems likely, mistress. Alright, I am no longer allowed to try and make the jump. Back to the ship now, 6. Stand still, please, mistress. Presumably, I'll be able to come back and look at more of the moon later if I wanted. Or if I want. New leads on an undiscovered site, the Withering Palace. Aboard the Nightingale. A curious place, mistress. But the real question is the Withering Palace. The voice in the statue mentioned it. The voice told you something. Most interesting. Full Moon 6 must have once been filled with voices like Kaya's. Head atop every shrine. All talking. Arguing. Laughing. The place was a haven. And now you could hear a pebble drop. Boop, boop, boop. Alright, so. Real quick, I want to look at my inscriptions again. Solvable inscriptions. Divine Heart. Okay. I give you my heart. Unsolved. I regret giving Huang the box. The Empire site is actually disconnected. I think series of ancient artifacts, most notably Tappy's curious metal spheres, are pointing to an old location. Something from before the Empire itself. A lost city, perhaps. I don't know enough to find the site yet. Ancient recordings inside the goddess figurine have spoken of a place called the Withering Palace. Where Kaya had been, she had recorded there in Orangery, where robots were. Additionally, 6 believes the metal hoop from the graveyard was there. Not only that, but we've heard curious stories about and found the artifacts from the same place. But what has no idea. I don't know enough to find the site yet. We still haven't been to Renaki. This sort of marketplace. We haven't actually found Renba's dig site. We just found something else. Okay, well, I don't know where I'm going to go next time, but we are done for now. Are a bunch of achievements going to pop now? There they go. We got one for translating home. Interesting. All right. Well, thank you all for coming out and hanging out with me for another stream. We'll do more of this tomorrow. Oh, Mischief, I'm going to redeem those, or reject those, give you your points back. I'm not really feeling up to doing some exercise right at the end of the stream. So, I'll give you your points back, but thank you for the care package. And thank you earlier, Hangry, for the blob mode. I hope you all had a good time. Thank you, Bean Chair. I'm not a chair. Don't sit on me. But we will see who else is online and go and raid somebody. I'm very curious. Yarny's doing Onion Ring. Dragoon's doing Unicorn Overlord. Shiny Zorua is doing Phoenix Wright. Comic Guy's doing Mega Bonk. Let's raid Dragoon. It's been a while since I've raided Dragoon. Not really feeling anyone else at the moment. There we go. Oh, whoops. First, the socials. As always, you guys can find me on Blue Sky. And on the Discord. Now we raid Darkness Dragoon. Alright. I'll see you guys tomorrow, most likely. everyone take care, and until then, bye everyone. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Blah, blah, blah.